14 years ago, I started making content. My first ever video was a music video that I made. Thank God it is not on the internet anymore. But it was for Mother's Day, and I sent that video to my whole middle school. Now it has 500 views, which, not gonna lie, it's kind of embarrassing. But after that, I made a lot of other random videos and got into YouTube kind of full time during my high school. And through that time, I was able to grow it to a pretty large following before leaving. I'm talking around 10,000. And what I've always asked myself is, why did I leave? And for reference, this is kind of my second or third time from to coming back to YouTube. The first time that I kind of left was when I made the gaming channel that I grew to 10,000 subscribers. I left because, one, I got banned from the game for leaking an update, and also I just thought it wasn't worthwhile anymore. And I think this is what many people go through is they let go of their dream because of reality, or it's not realistic anymore, if you get what I mean. So I guess the reason would be I didn't think it was a realistic option anymore. I was in 10th grade, college apps are coming up, and like 10,000 subscribers isn't gonna make me much. So I really just locked it on school. After that, I studied really hard, graduated in the top 6%, and went off to college. Now I'm studying biomedical engineering. But what's always kind of plagued me is, why did I always go back? Like later on, I started this channel 2 years ago, just making pre-med content. And even though I don't have like a lot of subscribers on here, but I think it's a decent amount. But I've always wondered why I came back. Like, why am I back here again for the second time, from quitting the gaming channel, making a new one, and then coming back here again, or probably more. Like for the gaming channel, I uploaded some random videos after I officially left just for fun. And I think this is an important question we have to all ask ourselves is, why did we leave that childhood dream behind? Why did we kind of forget it? And oftentimes we just say it's life, we grow up and then we take on more responsibilities. But I think we should really go back to that childhood dream. Like, find what made you happy down to your soul. Like this content creation was very simple for me. It just gave me a way to express myself, whether it was through a gaming video, through this, or sharing pre-med advice. But I think it's very easy to forget is just because of how busy life can get. Like for me, I'm pre-med and biomedical engineering. That's not very easy. So content creation I left the second time because it just didn't make it into my schedule, like pre-med, I'm taking the MCAT right now and it's 10 days out and I don't know if I'm gonna get a good score or not. Probably a bad score. I'm pretty confident I might get a bad score and a good score, but I'll do it anyway. But I think, especially with the job market today or with the world today, it just doesn't hurt to go back and explore those dreams. Like, especially if you're super young, like 20 years old, where you have a fully functional body, you're super healthy, and you have the energy to do things that are challenging, and you have the mental capacity to think through things that are challenging, that we might as well try. Like, try it for a day or try it for a weekend, like whatever that was for you. Like, if you like to play soccer as a kid, if you like to, I don't know, solve Rubik's Cube as a kid or something, get into that just for one day and see how that feels. Like, I'm not gonna lie, with me getting back into content creation is very hard, or maybe not as hard, but one, it's, just putting yourself out there, like kind of humiliating yourself a little. It just feels a little weird getting back into that. But, I'm reminded of this very famous quote by, forget the name of the actor, but he played Elvis in the Elvis biopic. But he says, embarrassment is an unexplored emotion and go make a fool out of yourself. And I deeply resonate with that because with content creation, it's not only about, I guess, expressing yourself, but it's also about personal growth. Like, I think us as humans, we care too much about what other people think about us and like, oh, what they say and what they think or whatever. But in the end, like all of that doesn't matter. Like think about how big the world is, how small you are in comparison to that. Like just I feel like that doesn't really demotivate me. It just motivates me even more, just do what I want. Like in the end, no one cares. I might post a very cringy video and you're gonna forget about it. Like after you're done with this video, whether you liked it or not, tomorrow you're not gonna think about this at all. And I think this is very helpful for like content creators and for anyone trying to like make it big and whatever, or like pursue a new hobby. Because in the beginning, people are definitely gonna judge you for it. But obviously, when you're younger, you receive less judgment. Like when we're kids, if we're gonna say, "Oh, we're gonna go to the Olympics," the response from other people is a lot different from rather later on if you were 15 and you said that. When you're 6, like, oh yeah, everyone encourages you and applauds you and gives you all these good compliments of how big of a dreamer and overachiever you are. But later when you say that when you're 15 or older, it just, people call you unrealistic. And I think that's what's let so many people down, so many, I guess, potential down. And especially with the world today, I think we are living in a world where the average guy is not going to win anymore. Like, stability is that stable job that was there 10 years ago is not going to be here anymore because why? AI. Engineers, robots can do a better job than us. But I feel why not just, especially when you're young and like a 20 or whatever at my age where you have a family supporting you, like even if your dream completely fails or whatever, you still have a social support network for you. You still have food on the table for you and things like that. Obviously, when you get older, it gets a lot harder. And I think young people have to really realize the great, how lucky they are right now because of the age. Like, I think the biggest mistake we make is wanting to grow up faster. And honestly, that's also the biggest mistake I made. And why I feel we no longer have stability is obviously AI is taking over our jobs, and like these jobs that were seemingly supposed to be stable aren't working for us anymore. Like doctors, I would say it's still pretty stable right now, but obviously with Elon Musk saying we don't need doctors, initially I'm pretty dubious about that claim, but 10 years time, the way society is progressing technologically, that could be true. And especially with healthcare, it's pretty expensive. So having an automated system of healthcare and having AI do it at a much accurate way of diagnosing its patients, like I don't know if you know, but AI is super accurate and smart with diagnosing people because it's just statistics and it's also just AI just processes information a lot better than we do. So who knows, that job can be out of the door. But the one job that I think will never be taken by AI? It's entertainers. It's athletes. Like who, or maybe later on in the future people will. Who wants to watch some robots play basketball? Not really anyone because they're absolutely ass at that. So I think it's just what essentially makes us human. Like play will never be replaced by anything. It's these unconventional careers or unconventional life paths that won't be replaced in. I feel like ever since we've always been told to like approach stability, but with that stability gone, what do we have to rely on? And I think with all of this going on, we just get lost in the noise and we like I did, we forget what we liked as a child, what brought us joy in those early years. And this made me think a lot about like what so I watched Odysseus a couple days ago, even though I snuck in the theater. But anyway, I forgot what I was gonna say. But I think this is a good place to conclude the video. And I hope this, I guess, gave you what you're looking for and maybe a sign for you to go out there, do what you liked or what you used to like and just rediscover that. But obviously, if you want to be an astronaut, I don't know how you're gonna explore that, maybe through YouTube videos or whatever. But I think just you have free will. Do what you want. Don't let anyone stop you from doing it. Don't let your own self from stopping you from what you want to do. Because I feel like us humans are very good at putting ourselves in a cage, an invisible cage that we don't see. And in the end, we always look for a key out of the cage while we've always been holding on to that key. Or it's always been unlocked for us. So, yeah. I hope this gave you some insight, and I hope this is a good comeback video. And yeah, hope it doesn't disappoint.